The year is 2001, Liberty City. Claude, alongside his girlfriend Catalina and an associate named Miguel, are fleeing the scene of a bank robbery. The heist looks to be going very well until Catalina turns on her partner.
Sorry, babe. I'm an ambitious girl. You're just small time.
Shooting him in cold blood, taking the money and leaving him behind. This is a far cry from where they were just 9 years earlier when the two met in San Andreas.
This, Carl? This is my new man. Are you jealous? Are you going to fight for me?
Nah, I could take rejection.
You are jealous and a coward.
Claude is caught by police, charged and sentenced to a lengthy prison term. A single betrayal sets this entire story in motion. Claude is a silent character. Not one word comes out of his mouth the entire time. Even with that, we know exactly what he's thinking, and that is revenge. GTA 6 is supposedly just around the corner, so let's re-jog our memories and talk about Grand Theft Auto 3. Enjoy. Liberty City, dark, industrial and unforgiving, as we will soon find out. It's made up of 3 main islands: Portland, home to the Leone Mafia, and the Triads. Key locations being the Red Light District, St. Mark's Bistro and Chinatown. Staunton, which is home to the Yakuza crime group. Key locations being the clubs, the parks and the media companies. Last is Shoreside Vale, completely controlled by the Colombian cartel. Key location being Francis International Airport. Compared to the other GTA maps, this is by far the darkest of them all. The constant rain and overcast skies creates an atmosphere that feels almost haunting. Add to that the relentless violence, gang wars and death, Liberty City begins to feel extremely morbid. Just like Claude, who's being transported in a prison convoy throughout the city. Luckily for him, they get ambushed by the Colombian cartel. They blow up Callahan Bridge and capture an old man who was in the truck. While this happens, Claude and another prisoner named 8-Ball free themselves. A stroke of luck for Claude as he follows 8-Ball's lead, heading to a safe house in Portland where he begins his rise to power. 8-Ball introduces Claude to the Leone Mafia family, one of the most powerful criminal organizations in Liberty City. Their influence controls most of Portland. It's good to remember that the Leones are at war with the Triads, another violent gang that's been expanding its territory. You start doing small jobs for Luigi Gallarelli. Once you gain his trust, you meet with Joey Leone. By helping him fight the war against the Triads and the Forelli crime family, who are the main antagonists in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Joey eventually introduces you to Tony Cipriani. Now, Tony was once ambushed by the Triads. To get his revenge, he asks Claude to blow up 2 of their laundry vans. And once he's proven himself, Tony introduces him to Joey's father and head of the Leone family, Salvatore Leone. Salvatore came into power back in the 80s after a power struggle with his uncle Leone. And that's all you really need to know. Now, after he's been trusted with Salvatore, the tasks become a lot bigger. More risk for a much bigger reward. He's tasked with driving Salvatore's trophy ride around Maria Tour. And once again, Claude starts to build up trust with Salvatore after he saves Maria from a drug raid at a warehouse. Rumors have been floating around that the bartender named Curly Bob is selling information about the Leones to the Colombian cartel.
To know everything we're doing before we do. We got us a rat. There's a guy named Curly Bob, works the bar at Luigi's.
In exchange for Spank. Now, what is Spank? It's good to remember, alongside revenge, Spank is also a huge driving factor in this story. It's an illegal drug that's plaguing Liberty City. After Claude trails Curly to the docks, he comes to find out that no other than Catalina and Miguel are leaders of the cartel. With the help from 8-Ball, they sink the cargo ship with their supply of Spank. But now, Claude's got a trail on Catalina. He's worked his way up the Leone family, building trust and gaining a lot of power. Surely now, he will get his revenge. The final mission for the Leones has you getting into a car with murder evidence. Salvatore just wants you to get rid of it.
There's a car on the block from Luigi's club. The inside is covered in brains. We had to help some guy make up his mind, and it proved a little messy. Take it to the crusher before the cops find it.
Luckily for Claude, he's built up a good relationship with Maria. Maria warns him just in time that the car was a bomb, made to kill him. Salvatore had got word that Claude had become close with Maria, so he decided to try and kill him. This is the second time Claude has been betrayed. He's now on a hit list from the Leones. Maria introduces you to Asuka Kassin, I think that's how you spell it anyway, leader of the Yakuza group, and they flee to Staunton Island. Asuka agrees to shelter Claude, and in exchange, he begins working for her organization. Asuka is sharp, calm, and very strategic. She sees Claude's potential and uses it to strike back at both the Colombian cartel and the mafia. Claude becomes her main operative, dismantling Salvatore's empire. Asuka wants Claude to prove that his ties with the Leones are completely broken by assassinating no other than Salvatore Leone, the man you just worked with around like 10 minutes ago. He does it, no questions asked. This is strictly business for Claude. He's learned now he can't trust anyone. He can't trust his girlfriend in 9 years. He can't trust the mafia. Like, my god, what's that about? With the mafia weakened, Asuka turns her attention to the Colombian cartel. She also hates the fact that the cartel are pushing Spank. It makes the cartel a lot of money, and with that comes a lot of power. He steals the drug shipments, intercepts convoys, and sabotages the cartel's business. And because Claude is literally a serial killer slash hitman, he has a lot of police attention on him. To deal with this, he meets with a corrupt cop, Ray Makowski. You do a couple of jobs for him. In return, he keeps you under the radar. He also keeps his connections with the Yakuza group secret and gives you access to powerful weapons like the M16 rifle or a rocket launcher. Alongside helping Ray, you also help Yakuza's brother, Kenji. Once again, you're doing a lot of dirty work trying to build up your trust with this guy named Kenji. You collect sports cars, you're killing cartel members, and uptown yardies. All of this is to stop the selling of Spank and trying to weaken the Colombian cartel. In Liberty City, it's all about who you know. Eventually, Ray introduces you to Donald Love. Donald Love is a multi-billionaire businessman who owns the Love media stations in the city. You'll know this because if you keep listening to the radio station in the cars, you'll constantly hear his ads coming up.
And now it's time for a public service announcement from station owner Donald Love.
Hello, my name is Donald Love. You're listening to a Love media station. Enjoy.
He's also in the construction business. Your first task is to rescue a good friend of Love who is captured by the cartel. And it's no other than the old man from the beginning cutscene. It's never really mentioned why Love needed him. Next up, to lower the real estate price of the city, Donald wants you to start a gang war between the Yakuza and the cartel. To do this, Claude must take a cartel car and run over his former boss, Kenji. So this would be the second boss that you work for, and then you kill straight away. The last mission is to collect packages for Love at a plane hangar. You find out that the cartel have taken it to a construction site. Once you reach the top of the building, you run into Catalina and Miguel. Now, this is really Claude's chance to get his revenge. He had a chance before, he didn't take it, now he's gonna take it. All the killings he's done, the money he's made, the enemies he's made has led to this moment. But sadly, she gets away. I've absolutely no idea how she gets away with this, but she does. Luckily, Miguel was captured. Thinking that the cartel killed her brother, Asuka arrives to assist Claude and tortures Miguel for information. Now, let's just rewind so I give you a better understanding. Kenji and Asuka are brother and sister, and they're both with the Yakuza group. So you work for Asuka, you build her trust or whatever, then she introduces you to Kenji, who is her brother. But then because you worked with Ray, the corrupt cop, he introduces you to Donald Love. And then you do a job for Donald Love where he wants you to kill Kenji. Remember, you killed Kenji in a Colombian cartel car. So they think the cartel has done it. Asuka thinks the cartel killed Kenji, when in fact, Claude has killed Kenji. So that's why she's helping him, not knowing that Claude was the one who murdered. While this happens, you do another few missions. This involves shooting down a plane, taking what's inside, and escaping with a 4 to 5 wanted level. When Claude returns to Donald Love's mansion, he's gone, and it's never actually explained like where he went. The next time we see Donald Love is 14 years prior in Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
This is Donald Love. Donald, this here is Tommy Vercetti, the latest gunslinger to come to these parts. Now, Donald, you just shut up and listen, and you might learn something.
Claude returns to the construction site, only to see Asuka and Miguel are dead. Catalina has murdered them and has kidnapped Maria. Maria seemingly is the only person Claude gives a shit about. She has left a note, and in the note it says, bring $500,000 in cash to the cartel's mansion. Now, any man, woman, child, dog, cat, Stevie Wonder will know that this is a setup and it's going to be an ambush, like 100%. I think the thing that makes Claude like a good character is he realistically knew this. Like, he realistically knew this was going to be an ambush, but because he cared about Maria so much, he decided to do it anyway. Surprise, it was an ambush. Catalina takes the money and escapes in a helicopter. Claude, with the coolest moves ever, escapes the ambush and hunts her down. This takes us to the dam. Catalina leaves Maria with the cartel while she flies around dropping bombs from the helicopter. Claude makes his way through the dam, killing every cartel member in sight. He makes it to the top of the dam, rescues Maria. He takes the conveniently placed rocket launcher and shoots Catalina out of the sky. Claude has finally got his revenge. And that is the story of Grand Theft Auto 3 and Claude. Don't worry, we will see a lot of these characters again in Vice City, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto 4, and Grand Theft Auto 5. And hopefully in Grand Theft Auto 6. Please like, subscribe if you want to see more. We're going to be doing all of the games, hopefully. Please like, subscribe. Have a good day. Bye.